Allie is the daughter of the first female knight in hundreds of years and the spy master for the king. She was raised to believe she could be whatever she wants, but she wants to be a spy, and her family feels that's too dangerous for her being a teenage girl. But she's exceptionally good at the job. Her mother is coming home from being away at war for over a year, so she leaves to give her parents some time alone. On her trip away, she gets captured and made into a slave when she's taken to an island country and sold. She is taken by this family. She's just kind of a general slave, kind of a little bit of everything. And the native people of this land have been essentially suppressed for several centuries by now. And the king is insane, and of the invaders, the Luaran, and he has decided that this family, who is a relative of his, who's part of the royal family, is plotting against him. So he sends them into exile. They give most of their fortune away to the king as a sign of loyalty, and in the process of leaving the capital city, she is approached by the trickster god of the native people of the island, the Raka. The trickster god says, "Keep this family alive for the summer, and I will return you home, and I will owe you a favor." So she sticks with the family, who the oldest two daughters are from the duke's first wife, who was Raka, who is the native. And as it happens, the mother was the last descendant of the royal family of the Raka. So her daughters are the only surviving heirs to the native Raka royal family. Well, they travel to the other end of the islands, to the only little minor estate that they still have in their possession out in the country. Allie learns more from the god. She learns that the Raka are starting a revolution, and that they're backing these two oldest daughters, as the older one being the future queen, to take over from the Luaran invaders so that the Raka reclaim their country. So she's trying to keep everybody safe. She's training, she's teaching people how to actually organize a intelligence system and spies and everything that they need to know, so that once the revolution really starts, they have a basis for maintaining themselves and actually knowing what they're facing. While they're in exile, another relative from the royal family comes, another distant relative comes and attempts to court the oldest daughter, who's only about 16, 17 years old. And when he's eventually refused and sent away, he comes back shortly afterwards with an army, a small army, saying that he's going to rise up against the king and use the oldest daughter as the reason why he should become king, with the Raka as he's the savior of the Raka. In the battle that ensues, the Duke gets killed, and in the time of grieving after the Duke is killed, Ellie's father finally finds her, tracks her down, comes to get her, and she decides she's going to have to stay for the rest of the revolution. She's taken an interest in the people, and in spite of the trickster god tricking her into it, she decides she's going to back them up and actually helped them reclaim their country.